listen. And this is the real secret. You make no compromises.
How do Red Dead Online players really feel about the Moonshiner role? Well, the sequel to Frontier Pursuits, the Moonshiner, is one role, not three, but it has a lot of opinions about it from all around, and today we are going to let you guys tell the rest of the world what you think. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're new around here, or if you just forgot, these are community videos, so it's not just me, some YouTuber sitting here telling you what I think. It is an entire community of dedicated Red Dead Online players, leaving their thoughts, all upvoting each other so that the cream of the crop is what we are left with. And I went through and grabbed the top comments from a post asking for honest thoughts on the Moonshiner role, and today we are going to rifle through them and see exactly how it is the players feel. And our first comment here is one of the ones that floated to the top. It says, a repetitive, boring mess. A role that had so much potential but flopped. It took way too long to level up the role and so many bugs stopping us from progressing. Side note, why in the hell did I pay 25 gold bars for an old hag to have a home when I didn't even get a room for myself? And then following suit with that, we have another one that says, it's a great update full of new content, but it's too buggy to enjoy to its fullest potential. And I think for the pricey cost of the speakeasy and the bar, there should be some form of passive income to compensate. And that was one of my initial gripes with the role, was that you didn't make any money from the patrons at your bar. Hopefully that's something Rockstar works on in the future. I really have no idea what could possibly be going on here, why we aren't getting the money. Maybe there's going to be some sort of lore reason to it, and then, like, you know, the outlaws are coming through and extorting Maggie, but hopefully they're going to build on this in some way, because as it stands right now, it's really confusing that there's this many people in my bar and I'm not making any money from it. It's actually included in the next comment here, and it says, more bugs than Starship Troopers. Bar should have made money. Shack should have been for us, not Maggie. And to be honest, that last one also irks me, that, like, we bought this establishment, but it's not ours, and then we pay to move it, but it's not ours. Like, we can't even, like, change our clothes at the bed. Like, there's nothing. That bothers me. We finally got something that we could buy, and it's not even ours. Again, I think this might be more lore based than anything else, because Rockstar, as they said in that VG 24/7 interview a while back, if you guys missed it, I covered that here on the channel. I'll throw a card to it, but you know, they said a while back basically that they wanted to keep us in the camp for as long as possible. So making this something we paid for so that we can run Shine, but it's not technically ours, I think was a nice way for them to do that, at least in their eyes. But for us, that makes it look like, you know, why am I paying money for something that I don't own? Next up, we have another common theme here, and it says, here are my honest thoughts about the air. User disconnected cause screw his thoughts and his moonshine wagon. And I want to know in the comment section down below, how many of you have fallen victim to that? Have you been disconnected while doing a delivery mission? Leave me a comment down below. Next up, we have a comment here that says, I like it as a whole, but I do think that the jugs are destroyed / damaged way too easily on delivery missions. And this is something I was going to actually pose to the majority of people, because it's not something that I saw repeated a lot through here. I was more seeing the point that when you lose one jug, it drops the total price down by like $50, whereas they should only be about $10 a piece if you start looking at the math of it. But regardless, I want to know what you guys think about how easily the Moonshine Wagon gets destroyed, because it is, I mean, lore correct. Like, you have to be really careful when you drive this around. However, it does make for a kind of annoying gameplay mechanic. So I'm curious what you guys think of that. Let me know in the comment section down below. And next up, we actually have another comment about how much the bar should be making. And granted, I don't know if it's as much money as this person thinks it should be, but the outcomes should still be the same. So it says, bar income would be nice. I counted 12 NPCs drinking in mine the other day. That's at least $20 to $40 an hour in drinks that's being stolen by freeloading NPCs. Now, $20 to $40 an hour in drinks, I think that might be a little high. I don't think they are getting charged what we are getting charged necessarily, so, like, you know, I don't think it's costing them 50 cents for a shot of whiskey like it is for us. However, I do think, you know, it is costing like a nickel. Actually, hold on, I can Google how much a shot.
A few moments later.
Alright, so the best answer I can find says that the traditional price for a cheap bottle of whiskey in a cowboy saloon was 2 bits, which is 25 cents, and then hard drinks such as moonshine or whiskey were not sold in shots, they were sold in a small glass which normally held a gill, about 4 ounces, which is about 4 shots, and cost 5 cents. So a nickel. I was actually right on the money. But regardless, even at a nickel a person, you say maybe they drink 3 drinks over an hour, or maybe at the low end and 2 drinks over an hour. So it's 10 to 15 cents per patron per hour. And if you've got 12 patrons, you wind up with $1.80 per hour if you're going by Old West rules. Now, granted, I know we have to pay more, but I'm sorry, I just don't believe that the rest of the citizens in this game have nearly as much money as we do, considering when we kill them, we get like a nickel. We get 25 cents. We get 7 cents. We get 8 cents. So you can't tell me they're walking around with hundreds and hundreds of dollars to buy drinks when we don't even get anything near that for killing them. However, they do have about period accurate amounts of pocket change on them, so I'm assuming they're paying period accurate prices. That long rant to say you're missing out on about $1.80 an hour, which if you times that by 24 hours in a day is $43 a day, which I would not be against, receiving from just running this bar in the background. That's not a bad deal to me at all. However, if you times that by 7, granted you have to be logged in for all this, you could make upwards of $300 a week of Red Dead Online money just by running this bar if they were only paying period accurate prices, and that's for the lowest end of moonshine, because this was based on cheap whiskey. So if you start going up, we've got, even if it's double the price, say it's not a nickel, it's 2 nickels per gill, you wind up with $600 a week, or about $86 a day. Now, a lot of this is rounded, there's more like cents and stuff that goes into it, but I just thought this was an interesting thought experiment that even at period accurate prices, we should be getting close to $100 a day for running a bar of this magnitude, and I don't know where any of that money's going. So hopefully we do get some period accurate or some lore related reasons. But moving on, we have another comment here though that just says meh. I was like, yeah, I see that. We have another comment that says it would be awesome if the animal spawns, camp spawns, moonshine delivery missions, moonshine production bugs, and other giant bugs weren't a thing. And what's interesting is between this video and the video I have coming out on Saturday, we're going to be talking about bugs a lot. More comments here saying very dissatisfying, feels like a copy and paste of GTA Online businesses, which I also agree with. Same thing with the trader, it feels very copy and paste, although now that there is an actual shack or a laundromat that you can upgrade the vending machines at, or the drying machines for your money, or the still for your, it's all the same. We have another comment here that just says 25 gold. Which is funny to me because it's just like too much money, too much, which I mean, it's a lot of money. So I don't know why they did it, but it's a lot of money. And we have another comment here about the bar not making money. Moonshiner has been a great addition, but I only hope you would be able to make a stable income from your underground bar. It takes a lot of money to buy, so why not have there be some payoff to it? And we actually have a really interesting comment here that's talking about how it breaks immersion. Now I do have to skip some words because YouTube is going to flag me if I don't do that, so I apologize for the inconsistency in reading, but I will throw it on the screen so you guys can read along with me. It says immersion breaking. Prohibition did not start until 1920. There were no revenue agents in 1899. The term speakeasy did not even exist at the time. At the time, you could buy a nice bottle of Coca-Cola created in 1886 with a healthy dose of booger sugar in it. The booger sugar was not removed until around 1903 and was not fully removed until around 1930. So in the 1890s, when damn near every farm had a still and it was completely legal, the moonshine roll makes no sense. And finally, we have one more that says, how the hell did I lose $40 from chopping one bottle of moonshine out of the 20? I feel like that's how a lot of people feel. You're like, wait, how did I lose so much money just from one tiny little sliver out of my entire batch getting destroyed? Because it really makes it so that you have to drive perfectly careful and not like, oh, a little bit spilled. Like, you can't say that at all. Like, nope, I don't even want the whole batch now. Get it out of my face. And I have an announcement to make. So all of you that are still here, I'm streaming on Twitch now. So, well, I mean, not now, but within the next 7 days as this video drops, my first Twitch stream will go up. I have not released the day to the public yet, but I know the day. So I'm very excited about it. But please try to get me to 100 followers on Twitch because I'm only at like 34 or something, or 43. I don't know. You guys gotta help me out though. I'm looking at you guys. You guys gotta come over. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play games. There's gonna be no editing. I don't get to take out any of the terrible things I say. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun, me and you. All jokes aside though, I'm streaming on Twitch very soon. Like I said, the actual day is a few days away now that I'm looking at my calendar and I'm like, whoa guys, it's cool. But I want to give a special shout out to Hazard. Hazard is HD TV. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He's been killing it on YouTube and Twitch. I mean, pretty much for the last year. I took the last month or so off, month month and a half off, and I came back, and Hazard has been killing the game so hard lately, and he is harder than ever pushing for me to get on Twitch. So I want to give credit where credit is due, because Hazard is the reason I am jumping on Twitch. So please head over to the Twitch. I'll put the link in the description, and hopefully I will see you guys there, and I will see you guys on Saturday as well with a brand new Red Dead Online video. All right, peace.